everybody, Kamalam Dingyani Savoga Bogfeld. I am a South African ESL teacher who's now doing it full-time, and I'm a part-time traveler. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you are a new subscriber or you're returning here and you haven't subscribed, we reserve the front row seat just for you. Please grab yourself a seat and a pen and paper. We get insightful over here. Okay, and as you sit down, please also hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so that you never miss a single upload. And for all my returning subscribers, hey family, thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you so much. We are officially on road to 10,000 subscribers. Yay. Can you guys imagine? I can't. It feels like a dream. Literally. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. Let's make it to that 10,000 subscribers. And literally, your goal here for 2020. And first, let's do it for my birthday. My birthday is May 5th. So can we do it for my birthday? I hope we can. But anyways, let's get straight into the business of today's video. So I've been sharing about my teaching journey on TikTok, and I can imagine that most of the subscribers that are here today are from my TikTok. So if you're coming back from my TikTok videos, please drop a heart down below. Welcome. So welcome. One consistent question has been, Yanelisa, I have now successfully loaded my profile on Preply and I cannot seem to be getting any students. So if you're somebody who's coming across this video and you have the exact problem, this video is specially tailored just for you. So let's get straight into how I can probably assist. Just a little bit of a backstory. I started teaching English online as a foreign subject 4 years ago, and I started on Preply, and I tried other platforms as well, but I was really successful on Preply, and I decided to share my journey right here on my channel, and thousands of people benefited from those videos. And I've been getting new people that have been watching those videos, and they're saying one challenge that's very persistent is how to get students. So I am here today to hopefully assist you with getting that first student or retaining the few students that you might be having in hopes to get more. And we're going to take it step by step. So if you've reached this part of the video and you think that it's going to be valuable either for you or a friend, share it with them, and let's get straight to business. The first thing that you want to make sure of is that your profile is live. I've had a number of people that I've been having one-on-one sessions with, and you find that their profile is not even live on Preply. That is why you are not getting any students. So how do they block your profile from being live? Either at the beginning, you haven't completed all the required courses for onboarding on Preply, so you need to complete all of those, read through them and watch all the videos you need to watch. And once that process is done, you should be allowed to make your profile visible to the students. Another second thing is that most of you guys will set up your profile haphazardly, rushing to God knows where, and you do not actually include available hours. So you want to make sure that you do have available hours on your profile so that students can find you. Now, we've uploaded everything, we've watched the onboarding videos, we have made sure that we're availability on our profile and the profile is live, and nobody seems to be booking. Let us start with your profile picture. It could be the first reason why your students are not booking you. My general rule of thumb when it comes to setting up your profile, at face value, when I see it for the very first time, it must be something that you as the person who set it up would choose amongst 26,000 plus teachers that are on that platform. The reality is that the competition is so tight on Preply that you do not want to fumble the bag. You want to make sure that you're always in good standing and in good positioning to be chosen as somebody's number one. And I always say to people, the real question you should ask yourself after setting up your profile and looking at it is, would you book yourself? And that is not even trying to be funny or anything really, but the reality is that you need to also be your first choice. If you can't confidently really say that the profile you set up is something that you would choose amongst thousands, then we've got a few things to fix, and one of those things could be your profile picture. I always say for a profile picture, keep it semi-formal and a huge smile on your face. I'm a huge smiler, as you guys know. And so I like to say, show a little bit of personality already from your picture. I will try to insert my profile picture right now over here. And so you want to use that already as a way of inviting the students in. These are people that are seeing you for the very first time. And so first impressions last, and your picture is literally after many other pictures. You want to make sure that even when it's in a huge pool of people, you still stand out. Make sure that you're preferably on a plain background, you are properly visible, you've got no headgear, and you look absolutely amazing on your profile picture. The lighting must be proper. The lighting must always be in front of you guys. If you put it sideways, it creates a little bit of the shadow on the other side of your face. So you want to make sure that you are very well lit and that you're smiling on your profile picture like so, if that's how you smile, or depending on however you smile. But the point is, you want to make sure that your picture is actually inviting for a stranger to say, I want to choose this person to spend 3 hours of my week with, or even I want to choose this person to be the person that my child is going to see on a daily basis. You're a stranger, and so you want to make sure that you're actually inviting. To give yourself a hint of how you could do it, go browse on Preply from all the other teachers that are currently there and see what's making their profile stand out. Look at the people that could be your competition, the people that are within your price range, the people that look like you, whatever the case is, people from the same country. You want to look at all those little things to make sure that your competition is well aligned with whatever you are going to be putting on the platform, because the reality is you're not going to be standing alone somewhere. You're going to be amongst other people. So you want to make sure that the picture you've chosen or the picture you're going to take is going to be the chosen one. You don't necessarily have to put makeup on for the girls and or for the guys, but I'm just saying that you want to make sure that you actually look good, and more than anything, you are well lit. I would suggest that you cover up your shoulders, because some students find that a little bit offensive, and so you want to make sure that you don't bother people like that in a sense. And then now let us move over to your video. I have a few sentiments when it comes to the video that are very similar to the ones I have shared with the picture situation. Again, you want to make sure that you're very well lit, and you also want to make sure that you are positioned in a way that is actually appealing. You guys are too close. I've seen video after video. Some of you guys are way too close. You guys are doing this, and I would move back. Hold on. I'm gonna need you to back up. It's uncomfortable. Jeez. Give it a little bit of space. You want to make sure that you're not showing too much. And guys, what's happening behind you? Try to always keep a plain background. If you're not sitting on a chair or on a desk, whatever the case may be, just try to keep a plain background. I don't want to see things moving around you if it doesn't look cute and aesthetically pleasing. Some people would suggest that you have some things behind you like props and things like that for kids, but I will only suggest if your target is kids, and I'm not sure why you're already having a niche target audience if you are a new tutor. So even that I wouldn't suggest. Try to keep it plain and simple, straight to the point, plain background, in front of the camera, light in front of you using the back side of your camera. Now, the video gets a little bit intense. Just for reference, I have 3 introduction videos on my channel that are going to assist you to sort of guide on how you can shoot your introduction video. But let us go through some of the pointers that you want to cover in your video. I've seen one mistake that people make. They make a video that is intended for the hiring team. Because you're using one video, I fully understand. You've been applying to many platforms, you've got application fatigue. But here on Preply, the video that you upload is a video that your potential students are going to watch in order to choose you as their tutor. So you're addressing it to them. And so the question is, what do you want them to know? Okay, I like to say keep it nice, sweet, and simple. You can mention your name. Again, you can mention your country. Some people prefer not to because they are going to be seeing the flag, but some people, they didn't study geography or are interested in traveling like that. So maybe you can mention the country that you're from, and you also want to mention maybe the qualifications that you have. Now, I also have a 2-way answer when it comes to this one. On one side, I think it's beneficial for them to see that you are educated, but on the other side, guys, bias is a thing. And I always say, if the qualification is not going to benefit the work that you're going to do when you are the teacher, then I suggest not even mentioning it. The one thing that I know for sure is something that you could mention is that you are TOEFL certified, meaning you are certified to be teaching English as a foreign language. Maybe for me, that's worth mentioning. I like to say, although the introduction video is something that you think is about you, I think it's a great marketing opportunity for you to showcase to the student what you could do for them. Okay, so I like to say, mention a little bit about who you are, where you're from, and jump straight into why they should be choosing you. Okay, and that is through mentioning what the atmosphere in your classroom is like, what they are hoping to find when they get to your classroom, and perhaps what your teaching style is like. What type of students do you teach so far if you've got experience? And people ask, yeah, Lisa, what if I don't have experience? Then don't even mention it as though you have experience, but also portray to them what they could expect to find in your classroom, because this is a video that maybe somebody else might find while you already have other students. So you wanted to paint a clear picture of what people could expect when they come to your classroom. And maybe you can mention a hobby or two if you think, again, it will be beneficial for you. And if not, guys, drop it. Really drop it. Some people get disinterested because it sounds too much like a personal memoir. You know, it's all about teacher Yanelisa. The question is, I'm choosing teacher Yanelisa to give my dollars to, and the reason is why. And that introduction video should tell that person why. Preply allows you to post a video for up to 2 minutes, and some people prefer to relax and explain to the students for the full 2 minutes. Some people will choose 1 minute 30 seconds, and some people will choose a minute. My personal strategy is a minute, because I think the attention span of people is getting shorter and shorter and shorter. So I'm not sure if someone is going to watch my 2 minute long video, so I just kept all of my videos that I've had on the platform to 1 minute. But then again, that's to your own discretion. So your introduction video, again, I've seen people use teleprompters on the introduction video and not use them correctly. Guys, we can see. No, I'm not gonna lie. For some of your guys' videos, we can see that you use that phone because you guys are doing this. And I'm looking, and I'm, you, please, no. Guys, it's a minute, really. Practice it over and over and over again until you get it right. My other tip for the people that are shooting the introduction videos, guys, you guys are shooting it in little bits, in pieces. You're shooting, you're pausing the camera, or you're stopping the camera, and then you're continuing with another piece and you're stopping the camera. No. No. From a filmmaker to you, no. Here's the little trick I'll give you. You are going to write your script on a paper or whatever, and you're going to place it in front of you, okay? And then you're going to write the key points or your script in general so that you do not forget. And this is how you are going to do it so that nobody can see. Because what happens is, after you jump around, we can see in your video, 1 minute you're standing here, hi, I'm Yanelisa Bochtel. I have 4 years of teaching experience. I live in South Africa. Guys, no. Please, no. I'm begging you, no. So this is what you're going to do. You're going to write your script on a piece of paper, and you're going to put it directly in front of you where the camera cannot see. And you're going to start your video like this. Hello, my name is Yanelisa. I am from the beautiful South Africa. Again, I didn't move. One of my body didn't move. Can you see? I have 4 years teaching experience online. In my classroom, I create a warm, fun, and interactive session for you to feel comfortable and learn English confidently with ease. My students range from beginner level all the way to advanced. I teach from adults to middle kids or teenagers and to full-grown adults. So that, and then when you're done, you're going to say, I look forward to meeting you in my classroom. Book that trial lesson, and I cannot wait to help you meet your learning goals. Bye. And then you cut. And then when you are editing your video, you are then going to go to all those little pauses that you did while you were shooting your video, and you're going to remove them. I use there are many editing tools. You can use InShot, you can use CapCut, whatever you prefer, to then edit those pieces out. Please edit the part where you put in the camera like this and then say, hello, please, Nina. Please, and also erase the part where you're like, thank you, bye. please also remove that. End it with thank you, bye. You cut, okay? It makes it uncomfortable for all of us. Really, it makes it uncomfortable for the students and the other people that are stalking your profile, for everybody. Okay, so just remove those bits and pieces. I'm hoping that will give you really tangible tips on how you can shoot your introduction video. Okay, again, I've got multiple examples of what you could include in your introduction video on my channel, but then as I said, you start with who you are, you can end with who you are, but most importantly, use it as a marketing tool already to make the students understand why they could pick you. I don't even have a script right now with me, but I can sort of give you a rough draft of what your introduction video could sound like. You can start with, hello, my name is Yanelisa and I am from South Africa. I am an ESL teacher that has been doing this for over 4 years now. My students range from beginner level all the way to advanced. I help my students with their homework if they're kids. I also help them with conversational English, with business English to increase their vocabulary, and more than anything, to help them speak English confidently with ease. In my classrooms, we're all fun and relaxed. The classes are very interactive. My main aim is to make sure that you reach your learning goals. And so I tailor each and every class to a student's specific needs, and I use the trial lesson to better understand exactly what your needs are. And then you could mention something else that's interesting about you, okay? For example, in my case, I lived in Japan for a year as an assistant language teacher, and that really helped me to hone my experience in teaching English to foreigners. And also I've taught students from all over the world: Spain, Brazil, Italy, Poland, you name it, the list goes on and on and on and on. So I'm really looking forward to meeting you and to hopefully help you to reach your goals. You can book that trial lesson and I cannot wait to meet you. Bye. Guys, just like that, right? You memorize it, you summarize it, you write the script, anything that you think could grab the potential student's attention, you mention in that introduction video. The next section is your About Me section. Preply requires you to write a little bit about yourself. They ask you to write your introduction, what your teaching experience is, as well as marketing yourself to potential students. Now, what people do not know about this section is that it is asked in individual parts on the platform, but when it shows up on your full profile, when a student is searching for you, it shows up as one long essay type of answer. So you want to make sure that you are not being repetitive when you are responding to this question. If anything at all, I can even advise you not to even follow the guidelines of what it is saying you must be mentioning in that point, because I personally would mention my experience up above, as well as everything I can offer the students, so that it catches their attention first. By the time they are reading all the way down, I've already mentioned the key things that are going to grab their attention. For example, you want to mention again where you're from and how many years of teaching experience, if you do, what your classroom entails. So it's very similar to your introduction video, but I guess more in detail, in the sense, again, you want to mention anything that the students would love. I mentioned that I lived in Japan. People are fascinated about the idea of living in Japan. It's such an intriguing country. And so I mentioned that right at the top because I know it's going to grab students' attention. What is it about you that makes you so unique and you could use to make sure that you lure them in and you make them interested? Whether it's you teaching students on a voluntary basis, or it's to refugees, or it's you, I don't know, guys, what is interesting, because personally I would milk each and every single thing. And if you do not have teaching experience, do not stress about this part. Find something else about you. Is it the industry that you're working in? Are you working in the hospitality industry where you are meeting foreigners all the time and you get to engage with them and you get to assist them? Are you working as a professional teacher? That is also a bonus. What is it about you that you can use to sell to the students? Okay. Another thing that I like to mention for people that are setting up their profiles for the very first time is that Preply has a common trend on the students that book on Preply to get lessons, and those are mothers that are booking for their kids. So you want to mention there that you assist with homework, you're very patient with kids, and so on and so forth. The other people that join Preply are the people that want to improve their conversation, but particularly they are adults that are in the corporate sector. So you want to play around with words like that, okay? That you are going to assist them in gaining confidence so that they can speak in business context. So business English is another huge one that's currently going around on the platform right now. Leverage it, okay? Throw it in there that you are going to assist the students with business English, and so that they can speak in meetings. Another big one, the students, some of them are preparing for job interviews, and so you also want to throw that word in there, that if they're preparing for job interviews, that is what you can also assist them with. If you're an HR person, this is also an amazing point for you to mention, that as an HR person, you know the specifics of what is looked for when someone is looking for a job. And even a bonus, you teach English online as a foreign subject, voila, they've got the most perfect person to assist them with this job. So you want to mention all of those buzzwords in there. Another big one the students like to mention is increasing their vocabulary. You also want to throw that right in, okay? So you're mentioning everything that they want to hear. Another tip that I can give you is going around to the people that actually have successful platforms. So the people that you look up to on the platform, again, your competition, the people that you are going to be competing with in terms of price range or country-wise, whatever the case may be, and you must go and read their reviews. Works like a charm, I tell you. The students usually write there what the teachers have done for them and what they've helped them improve. And you are going to see there the type of clientele that Preply has, and you're going to take all of those pointers and include them in your About Me. Some people will say that you need to write an exact repetition of what's happening in your video. I say expand even more on what the student can do. Now, most of you guys are going on ChatGPT, and you guys are writing on ChatGPT. You guys are all having the same thing. You guys all want to leverage, you guys all want to boost, you guys all want to unlock potential. It's getting so repetitive. Don't fall into that trap. ChatGPT is an amazing tool, but you must use it to boost what you already have. And guys, after you've written something on ChatGPT, take it to another AI tool where you can write it in human form. So put it on a humanizer and read it all over and over again, and also add your personality in what you're going to write. Because you can imagine, as a student, why would I choose you if I've read 3 other tutors or 5 other tutors that have said the exact thing that you have said? No personality whatsoever. Nothing says choose me, pick me, I'm unique. Try not to fall for that trap. Yes, ChatGPT is an amazing tool that you can use, or any other platform really, but make sure that you still manage to stand out. You cannot say what thousands of people are already saying in your video in hopes that you are going to stand out. Remember, the key thing here today is stand out. You're not a stand in, you're a stand out, or you're trying to be a standout, okay? This is all that is about. And at the bottom of your About Me, again, you're going to encourage the student to book a lesson with you. I also like to throw in results. If you are a teacher that has been teaching for a while, you say that from your lessons, your students have said that they've gained confidence, and the students have managed to bag some jobs from the interviews they've done, or whatever the case may be. If you are already have results from another platform, whatever the case is, you want to throw it in there in your About Me sector. I hope we have covered that. Now we're going to move swiftly to the next point. The next thing that is going to make all of us fight again is the competitive price range. Now, I've got a bone to pick with Preply on this one. I'm not gonna lie with you. When I did my very first video here on Preply, I suggested that I shared my own personal opinion about the strategy I decided to use when I started using Preply. And that was to lower my price, because 1, there weren't a lot of people I knew that were doing this. 2, I was new to the job, and so I wasn't feeling comfortable charging students with something that I am not even sure I can do. So I charged myself very, very low. I started with $2. Yo, gotta get I started with $2, okay? And that strategy, I won't even lie to you, really did work in my favor. If I'm being 110% with you, I started with $2, and as soon as a few students subscribed, I increased it, and gradually increased it all the way to the top. And today, I charge nowhere near $2. Was I worth $2? Absolutely not. But was it a strategy that I looked around and tried to implement what I thought was going to work for me? Absolutely yes. Now, I've got a little bit of feedback from my students about that. And 1, sometimes you're going to get so many lazy students that do not want to get the work done because they're paying peanuts for it. And that's the reality of it all if you're charging low. Okay? Second point is that some people will not book you because it does kind of feel like, why are you charging that low? It's giving scammy. For some students, it's giving scammy. And honestly, I haven't found my way around things for this one because it just is what it is. I don't know. There are some people that perform so much better on the platform, and there are people that just do not perform better depending on country, depending on so many other different factors. So you want to make sure that you do what you think is best for you. Honestly, I cannot advise you anymore on that one because I've got too many opinions, really. Sometimes I feel like it works when you drop your price, but then again, I always sometimes feel like we're selling ourselves too low. But look around so that you don't have anybody else to blame on that one, and see what is going to be competitively working for you. Now, we've done all of these things and you've checked your profile score. Your profile score should be very close to 100, if not 100. You're going to see that on your insights on Preply. If your profile score is lower than that, you want to keep on improving it until it's 100, because remember the key thing here, we're trying to make sure that on our side we've done everything right and the rest is up to the algorithm. So improve your profile as much as you possibly can, and hopefully it gets to 100 so that you can wait and wait until that student books you. If it is now 2 months later, you've done this and absolutely nothing is working. Guys, what does that saying say? If nothing changes, everything stays the same. Is that what it says? I actually don't. The point is, for me to say, what does that saying say? And then to just say the off thing, the most off thing ever. The point I was trying to make is, if you don't change anything, then everything stays the same. So if you can see that the strategy that you employed the very first time, so the picture and the video, is not working, I would suggest that you switch things up a little bit. And I'll give a little bit of 2 cents about my personal experience. I relocated to Japan for 13 months. And when I came back to Preply, because I couldn't teach on the platform while I was in Japan, it was super dry. Okay, and then I learned that there were a lot of things that were new on the platform that I needed to familiarize myself with, and so I did exactly that. I researched what was happening on the platform, and I realized that there were things like thumbnails, and my profile was very outdated. So what did I do? I changed my video, I changed my profile picture, and I switched things around in my About Me sector to make sure that I am really new in the platform, and the algorithm can see that the girl is trying. You know, the girl is trying. And when I started, I lowered my price a little bit to what I was charging before I left for Japan, and I dropped it again just to attract those few students. And shortly after I gained momentum, I shot straight up to the money that I deserve to be charging. So technically, I don't think I'm charging what I need to be charging, but that strategy worked for me. So I suggest you do the same. And when all of that is said and done, I would also suggest moving to other platforms. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. I think it's good to diversify yourself and to put yourself out there from all the other available platforms. You can do a little bit of an teeny weeny research on the hiring platforms depending on where you are from, and really good luck for your journey. I hope this video assisted you, and if it did, please give it a massive thumbs up and drop a comment down below if there's any other question you'd like to ask. And to all my fellow ESL teachers, like we do on other platforms, can we please assist each other in helping sharing our own personal opinions and our own personal advices on all the other aspiring teachers. Really, what's set in my heart is for all of us to be about this year. I don't know about you, but I'm about this and so many other things. But thank you so much for staying till this far in the video. I really truly appreciate you guys. Please hit that subscribe button. Once again, road to 10,000 subscribers. Boop, 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 boop. And excited. And for all those who are seeing this video for the very first time, I have a series here on being an ESL teacher. So if you've been aspiring to be one, I suggest you go on and watch the rest of my playlist. And if you needed a little bit of a nudge to start that journey, click my description box down below and you'll find a link where you can start your journey as an ESL teacher on Preply. I hope to see you guys in the next video. For today, goodbye. Goodbye to you, and you, and you, and you. Goodbye.